when they say be you or be your authentic self, they don't necessarily mean you being a nuisance. There is a difference. There is a difference between being authentic and being you and being who you are supposed to be. There is a very big difference. And these are things I used to confuse, like while growing up. They used to tell us, okay, be you, and I'm like, okay, I'm being me. So I've told probably someone that you're ugly, you're this, you're not smart, you're dumb. And for me, to me, I thought that was being you. I thought that was being authentic. I thought that was just being blunt, because there is a difference, and those are things that we confuse. If I tell you like, okay, this person speaks their mind, and probably for you think speaking your mind is telling someone, oh, you're dumb, and it's okay to think that way. It's okay to, because that's still your mind, but you just have to ask yourself, why is it that you see whatever you see like that? And that's where we went wrong, where we thought everything that comes to us, where we thought whatever comes to our thoughts, whatever comes to our minds is who we are. And that's where the notion of your thoughts are what you are would probably misled so many of us. If I'm being told to speak what is on my mind, and then I was told to be who I am, to be myself. So if I come and be like, okay, you're dumb, it, to me, I would think that, okay, I'm being honest, I'm being myself, and I'm speaking my mind. This is something that used to disturb me, because they'd be like, okay, they told us to be honest, they told us to be ourselves, they told us to do all these things. And in me, I would think that everything that comes proper to your mind is you being you. But there is a difference in that, because that's not who you are. Your thoughts are not who you are. That is a notion someone said that was probably in a higher realm, that was in a higher dimension, whereby their thoughts were already good. Their thoughts were for the best of society. Their thoughts were for the best of the other person, that they were able to say these things. The mind speaks a lot. And that's what happens. Most cases we think who we are is what comes into our mind. No. In most cases, you can look at what is in your mind. Some of them are evil. You want to kill people, you want to abuse people, you want to do all these kinds of things. That's not who you are. Probably you're lusting over something. Probably you want to cause havoc. You want to spread hate. That's not who you are. And we confuse our mind. We confuse speaking our mind, confuse speaking our thoughts with that. That's not who we are. What we are is the God. Can God do that? Remember, we are all God. Can God do that? That's who you are. First, go look for what God is. If you understand God, go look, what does God do? Okay, you don't know that you're God. So ask yourself, what would God do? That's who you are. What would God do? That's who you are. God wouldn't hurt anyone. That's who you are. God is not evil. That's who you are. God forgives everyone. That's who you are. God is love. And that's the biggest of it all. God is love, and God is unconditional love. That's who you are. So the next time someone tells you be who you are, remember you are being God. So are you being God in whatever you're doing? This is something that used to confuse me. I was like, okay, they told us our thoughts are who we are. They told us be you, so be authentic, do whatever you want. No, it's not that way. They be you, they mean be God, because you are God. Be you, be God, you are God. Next time you want to say something, you want to do something, ask, what would God do? Whatever you're going to pick is who you are. These other things that are going to probably fight for you, probably are going to fight you, probably are going to oppose you, that's the other person speaking. That's your body speaking. Some other person would say that's Satan speaking, because even Satan, that's a discussion for another day. So the next time you want to do something, next time you want to speak, the next time you want to share your thoughts, next time you want to share what's on your mind, ask yourself, what would God do? What would God say? Whatever is going to come up with, that's God. Whatever opposes that is not good. That's probably your body speaking. And that's why the thing of self-control comes through. But these are things that probably you understand on the journey. It's not easy to control yourself. Remember, you've been told that whatever comes to your mind, share it. No, you don't need to share anything, because some of it are just, it's just like thoughts. The thoughts can lie. That's why they'll tell you, someone who's probably depressed or someone who is anxious or someone who is nervous, they'll be like, oh, the world is ending, the world is ending. No, those are just your thoughts. So you just have to cultivate a way of how you're going to control your thoughts, of how you're going to control your mind. And that's the thing people have failed to do. That's why we are suffering. That's why we are in churches. That's why we are working so hard. That's why we take alcohol. That's why we engage in so many things, because we do act on impulse. We act with our brains, yet we're supposed to act with our heart. This is something that probably all of us misunderstand. We're not supposed to use the brains. The brain just helps you, and the brain doesn't even need you to do so many things. It just the brain is going to do certain things on its own. You tell your heart to pump blood. You tell your nose that, okay, taking this oxygen is not for you. It's not for you. No. If it's not for you, you'll get an allergy. If the food you have eaten is not for you, it's going to just speak. It's going to put up something on you that, okay, the food that you have eaten is not good for my body. It will reject. And that's what we are supposed to do. We're supposed to listen to our heart. We're supposed to listen to our feelings. When you're silent and you'll be like, okay, I think I want to do this, that, you're supposed to listen to that. That's the God speaking now. And the only way to differentiate if that is God or the body is like, is it for the good of the other person? Am I not manipulating that other person? Am I doing what's the best for them? That's the only way. And in most cases, if you're doing what's the best for you, if it's the best for you and you're authentic to yourself, it's going to be the best for the other person. If you feel that me probably buying this cream or using this cream is going to be good for me, then it will be good for the other person. Then that's probably good. Though that also goes back to what you think is good, what you think is bad, and stuff like that. So you understand on a journey. You understand on a journey of healing that actually what I thought was good is not necessarily good for me. I was just escaping from something. Probably you like alcohol and encourage other people to take alcohol because you're taking alcohol to suppress something else. So you look at things and you be like, that's when we need the spirit of discernment. Because sometimes probably you're used to suffering. You subconsciously you think that's how the world is supposed to be. So if you're used probably to taking drugs, to taking alcohol, subconsciously you think that's how everyone is supposed to live. And it's okay, you don't know. So it's still you know. How will you know? Maybe God, maybe universe, maybe landing on such a video, maybe you're curious, maybe you're tired. Have you ever been tired? Alcohol is expensive, by the way. So if you be like, man, I think I can't afford alcohol. God is putting you in a position so that you stop taking it, so that you can get back to where you're supposed to be. Because alcohol turns us off, it turns God off. You're not going to be able to listen. You're not going to be silent on your own. You're going to use some other thing to silence the mind. Yet the only way you can silence the mind is distract. It's like detaching from everything, going into a quiet environment, doing this thing, meditating, going into nature. Because remember, probably if you're negative, just nature is positive. So you go to nature to charge. Green. That's why green heals. You get what I'm saying? Green is healing. Green is a healing color. That's why all over Earth, green is there. Like probably. I know in some countries they don't have green, but they have this. God designed that system in a way it's going to be favorable for them. That's why Africa, we are so blessed. The biggest percentage of Africa, the biggest part of Africa, there is green. Even if it's not too much in some, but there is some green. So green is healing. You get what I'm saying? So the next time you're thinking of being you, the next time you think you're being who you are, the next time you think you're being authentic, ask yourself, is this serving me? Is this serving God? What would God do? And in most cases, what God would do is exactly what you also need. Because you are God. In most cases, what God will do is exactly what you need. And it's exactly what the other person needs. It's like you need love. So give love. People also need love. You get what I'm saying? Peace and love.